Hey everybody, welcome to SETTA'S Place. Today is a tutorial for this beanie hat that I have made. Was requested to ask how I made it, so I said I'd do a quick tutorial to show you how I did it. It's mainly just the basic beanie. I'm using the Mandala Ombre, and the color I'm going to be using for this tutorial is Harmony. The one I already have done is just, it's the purple one. I'm not sure what the color name is. Okay, so let's get started. I'm using 2 strands, and I'm using a 6mm hook. So we're going to start with a slip knot. And then we're going to chain 4. You can chain 5 if you think you need a little bit more space for the circle. Then insert your hook in the first stitch, in the first chain, and slip stitch and make it a circle. And we're going to be working over the tail, so make sure you catch the tail as you make your stitches. So chain 1. You can also chain 2 if you like, but I just prefer chaining 1. So as you work over the tail, you're going to do a double crochet in the center of the circle. Now that chain 1 or chain 2 that you did at the beginning does not count as a stitch. So we have 1 double crochet. So now we need a total of 12 double crochets in the center. All right, I'll catch up with you when you have 12 double crochets. Okay, I made it all the way around, and now I need to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Since it's double stranded, make sure you catch all of the strands. Pull on the tail to tighten up the center a little bit. For round 2, I'm going to chain 1, but most people like to chain 2. That's your option to pick which way you like to do. And do a double crochet back into the same stitch, and then another double crochet into the same stitch, which is called an increase. So we're going to need to put 2 double crochets in each stitch around. You'll have a total of 24 stitches when you complete the round 2. So I'll meet back up with you when you have completed all those stitches. Okay, I made it all the way around. Slip stitch to the top of your first double crochet. All right, for round 3, you're going to do chain 1 or chain 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet back into the same stitch. And then in the next stitch, we're going to do an increase, which is 2 double crochet in the same stitch. And then 1 double crochet in the next, and then an increase in the next. That's going to be our repeat. That's 1 double crochet and then an increase. And you can do that all the way around till you get back to the beginning. All right, I made it around. I have 1 stitch left. The last stitch I did was a double crochet. So now I'm doing my increase in the last stitch. All right, now I need to slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet. All right, so that is the end of round 3. Chain 1 or 2, double crochet back into the same stitch, Then do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then increase in the next. That is our repeat. So you have 1, 1, and then an increase. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, then an increase. So do that all the way around until you get back to the beginning. Okay, I made it to the end. I did my last stitch, which was a increase. I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet, and that is round 4. Okay, for the next round, all you're going to be doing is repeating the last round over again, but you're going to add 1 double crochet between each increase. So the larger the hat you need, you keep repeating the same round, but you add in 1 more double crochet. Okay, for my purple hat that I'm showing you here, I customized it a little bit more for myself. For the next round, I did not do the 3 double crochets between the increases. I skipped that and went to 4 double crochets between the increases for my particular size for my hat. Here's my measurements, so as you can see what size my hat came out to be by skipping that that row. But that is I like my hats to be very tight on my head. So if you like a looser fitting hat, then I would not skip that row. Okay, so to continue with the pattern, we have 2 double crochets between the increases. So continue on. You are on a chain 1 or 2, double crochet back into the same stitch, double crochet in the next, and then double crochet in the next. That is your 3 double crochets. And then increase in the next. Repeat that around your 3 double crochets and then an increase until you get back to the beginning. Slip stitch to the top. And then the next round, if you need your hat still bigger, you would do 4 double crochets and an increase. Okay, we have finished that part of the hat. Now we're going to just be working the sides of the hat. So you chain 1 or 2, do your double crochet in the same stitch, and then you're going to double crochet in every stitch around. There's no increases, you're just doing 1 double crochet in every stitch. And you're going to repeat that row, the double crochet row, for 5 rows. You can also try on your hat at that point to see how far down it's coming, see how it fits. But for me, for the design that I have, like you saw on the purple hat, I did 5 rows of this mandala color, and then I will switch to the white. Okay, here I have my 5 rows completed, and I'm going to switch to colors. I want to switch over to the white. So I'm going to start my stitch, the slip stitch, but catch the white yarn to pull it through. And then I'll start from here to do the next row. I personally like to knot that right there so it will not come loose. So I'm leaving the mandala attached because I'm going to be alternating my rows. Okay, so I chain 1, then I'm going back into the same stitch with a half double crochet, and then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in every stitch around. Now for this white yarn, I did not double it because it's thick yarn. It's loops and threads. It's a little thicker, so I did not need to double it. So depending on what yarn you're using, it can either be one strand or two, depending on the thickness. So continue with your half double crochets all the way around. Here I made it to the end. I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the next half double crochet, but I want to switch colors first. So I lay down the white, I start to slip stitch in the top of the half double crochet, pull in the ombre yarn, and finish the slip stitch. Now I can use the ombre yarn to start the next row, pull on that white a little bit to tighten up that stitch, chain one, and then do a half double crochet back into the same stitch. And do the same thing. You're going to do a half double crochet in every stitch around. Okay, so this is going to be your repeat rows. You're going to alternate between the white yarn and the ombre yarn with the half double crochets. I did a total of 3 white rows and 3 ombre rows with the half double crochet. So I'll catch up with you when you get all of that done, and then if we continue on to finish the hat. Okay, I have finished all those rows, 3 white ones and 3 ombres. So I'm going to continue on. We're going to stay with the ombre color for the next last 2 rows. So we're going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet. And then we're going to do another row of half double crochet. So you chain 1 and do half double crochet in every stitch around. But you could try your hat on right at this point to make sure it's not too long, or if you want it longer, you could add more rows, more half double crochet rows at this time. But I only did 1 row of half double crochet. All right, I will catch up with you when I get done with this row. Okay, I finished and I am slip stitching to the beginning half double crochet. So now I'm going to do chain 1, and then I'm going to do a reverse single crochet or the crab stitch. I think it makes the edge, really cute and gives a little extra kick. I am doing the reverse single crochet. I have a tutorial going slower. If you don't know how to do this one, that will be in the description box. So basically, you're just going the opposite direction. You normally would go the other direction, if you were doing the normal single crochet. You take your hook and go backwards into the stitch, pull up a yarn, and you do your single crochet. Then the next one, you go into the stitch, grab a yarn, pull through, and make your single crochets. Be sure to check out that tutorial for a slower version of how to do this. Okay, I made it all the way around, back to the beginning, and 1 more stitch left. I go into it, make 1 more reverse single crochet, and then it's complete. You just cut your yarn, and then you can sew in your tail. When you sew in the tail on after a reverse single crochet, you just try to match it to the way the top of it looks. You pull it to the back, and just try to make sure that it looks, like the same across. But go ahead and sew in through the back. Go up and down a few times. Make sure it's secure, and just try to make it look like it's this, regular stitch there at the join. Then cut off all your loose ends. Be sure to go on the inside of the hat and sew in all your tails. Get the center pull, and then where you joined your yarn, you have loose strands there. Now on the center pull, I like to go take my needle and pull through a little even further, even though you worked over the whole circle. But I just like giving it an extra secure by, running through a few more yarns and then, cut it off. And it looks good. And there are the colors that when you change your yarn, you can sew those in also and cut those. All right, it is complete. Um, I think it came out really cute. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. It's like I said, it's just a basic beanie, but then I just switched it up a little bit on the edges with the half double crochets. But here's the purple one and the blue. All right, I guess I'll talk to you all later and have a blessed day.